name is Kathy Dawson, and I wrote the foundational essay for Live in Community. I thought I would introduce myself through some of my own communities that support me in my work and in my life. So I'll start off with a community that we all share, although in different ways, and that's my family and friends who are spread out all over the country and throughout the world as well. So I think it speaks to community does not necessarily have to be local. And then I also have the community of my work, my vocation community, and that's Columbia Theological Seminary, where I serve as the Benton Family Associate Professor of Christian Education. And I've been there since 2004 and was a student before that. And so I know that this institution really values community for faculty, staff, and students. And then finally, my faith community is Oakhurst Presbyterian Church, a very diverse, multicultural, multi-ethnic community of believers who gather each Sunday here in Decatur, Georgia. And we spend a lot of time maintaining and growing our community by learning through our differences with each other how to be community. The third division is uplift those in need together. You know, within our communities, there are always times when one or the other of us in the community is in need of support and other things from the other members of the community. It's also a time, back to Bonhoeffer again, he talked about Christ existing as community, but striding out into the world as the body of Christ. And so we can also reach out to those who are in need, who may not be a part of our particular community, but who are a part of the larger community of our global neighbors. And in that regard, I think of the third biblical community that I lifted up, which is the early church. And one of the things we know about that community from the book of Acts is that they shared everything that they had in common, their food, their possessions. They set up the office of deacon to minister to those both within the Jewish community, which is where our faith began, but also setting up deacons who would minister to the Greek-speaking community. So it's been a part of the church from the beginning to be attentive to the needs of others, both within the community and outside of the community.